Good morning, guys. This is Mrs. Z in grade 5, mission 2, lesson 2, word problem. We're going to use strategy, read, draw, and write. Let's see what problem is about. Jonas practices guitar 1 hour a day for 2 years. Bradley practiced guitar 2 hours a day, more than Jonas. More than. This is important. More than. So 2 hours more if Jonas is 1, so um, uh, uh, that Bradley is 2 hours more. So 1 plus 2 makes 3, correct? Okay. How many minutes does Bradley practice guitar than Jonas over the course of 2 years? Okay, so how many more is Bradley? That's the question. How many more minutes is Bradley than Jonas? Okay, so let's see. If we use tape diagram and we start with labeling, this could be a Jonas and this could be a Bradley. Okay. So now, if they practice the same, when you do comparison problem, you always start with the same. What if they practice the same? Each of them did 1 hour. So I'm going to create same size the boxes. So this and this looks like the same, correct? So now if they both practice same, each will be a 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, but its story says that Bradley did two more. So Bradley actually did 3 times more than that Jonas. So 2 more, we can see this, 1 more, and 2 more. So if I am doing this, precision is good, so please always try to do. I use like 2 centimeters each of these, so now all of these looks, if they have the same, that both will be 1 hour, but then this is more that Bradley did, more. Okay, so now the another question is they talking how many hours, but our answer has to be how many more minutes. So we have to think about how we can change these hours to the minutes, and that would be easy. So this 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay, so if this is additional 2 more hours, so that means this is also 60 minutes plus 60 minutes plus 60 minutes. So more is 120 minutes. So he did, if we think about minutes per day, so he did 120 minutes more. So now let's see how many in a course of 2 years. So now this story is about for a day, 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day, but in our answer says how many course it's in a 2 years. So we need to know how many days are in a year. So if we say that 1 hour equals 60 minutes, we also need to know that 1 year equals 365 days. So So when we know that 1 year is 360 days, we can say, okay, so for a year, he practiced every day 60 minutes. So it will be 365 times 60. And then if we find how much more is Bradley, we can say that 120 times 365. If we know exactly how much Bradley did, then we need to consider these 3 times 6 is 18, but that's 180 minutes. So he really did 180 minutes, but that is not in question, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay. Um, so let's do this. You can try to do 365 times 60. So that's find how much is Jonas for a year. So this is 365 times 60. Okay, so we can see this as 365 times 6 times 10. So we can do that strategy, 365 times 6 and times 10. So if you like to use standard algorithm, you can, but you also can use area model if you like to, if it's that easier for you. So if I pretend this is my 6 right here, I'm going to do the associative property, do this 365 times 6 first. Then other parts will be, if I decompose 360 and 5. So this would be 300, this would be 60, and this is 5. So I break apart 365 into 360 and 5. So now my calculation would be easier, and I just needed to think that if I have a multiplied number with a multiple of tens, which these zeros are representing, that means that zero number gains zeros is getting that much. So now I'm taking 6 times 300. All I need to know is what is 3 times 6 or 6 times 3, which is 18. And then 2 zeros represent 100, 300. So 6 times 3 is 18 what? Hundreds. So 18, I need to add 2 zeros there. So 18, 1,800 is 6 times 300. If I needed to do 6 times 60, that 1 0 represents 10. So that means I can say 6 times 6 tenths. 6 times 6 is 36, and add a 0. So that means times 10, so 360. 6 times 60 is 360. And 6 times 5, you can skip by 5, and then you're going to reach 30. All you need now is add all these together. So we're going to do 1,800, and then we will draw lines to make precision better. So here you go, 360 and 30, and then add together all this. Okay, so 0, 9, 8, and 3 is 11. Remember 1, and that is 1,190. Oh, I messed up 2,000 because I forgot. You see how easy it is to make mistake. 3, 8 and 3 is 11. Oh, I made 1,000, and 1,000 plus one more 1,000 is 2,000. So for a year, Jonas did 2,190 minutes. But that's not correct because we did not multiply by 10. So that means that I needed to do this 2,190 times 10. which will give me 2190, and additional 0 from the 10, because this number gets 10 times greater and it becomes 21,900. So that is how many minutes Jonas did for 1 year. So when we think about 1 year, Jonas did this minutes for 1 year, but they are talking about the boys they did in 2 years. So 60 times 365 is 1 year. So what that means, this is 1 year. So if we did add one more year here, then it will be the how many minutes did Jonas did in 2 years. So we're gonna do adding 21,900 and 9 plus 9 is 8. Remember 1. That is 3. So 43,800 minutes in 2 years. Jonas did in 2 years. Okay, so if we let me make a smaller. If we do that, the old, if we did 180 minutes times double 2 years, is if you 1 year, this is 1 year, 365 days. If you add one more year, then it will be adding 365 days more. So together in the 2 years is going to be 0. I remember 1, 10. Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And then remember one more. So it's 730 days boys did in 2 years. So now when you think there is a different solutions, you can think about 3 times 16 is 100, total of 180 minutes that Bradley did. So you can multiply 180 times 730 and you will get how many minutes that Bradley did. So then you can subtract this Jonas and you will see how many more Bradley did than Jonas. There is another approach. We know that Jonas did 120 minutes more. Then we can multiply 120 minutes times 730, and then we will get how many more minutes did Bradley did than Jonas. So I hope that makes sense to you. So now I'm going to use that approach, 730 days times 120 minutes. So if I do 730 days times 120 minutes, I could also did decomposing 73 times 10 times 12 times 10. Okay, so now if I do associative property, guys, I could do 73 times 10, 12, 73 times 12, and then I can also multiply 10 times 10 is 100, so I can do this way if I like. So that gives me the opportunity that I can multiply these two numbers and add just 20 to my product, because the numbers will get 100 times greater than this product here. So let's see. Now we did start this area model. If you like to do area model of this one, it also could be done. So Mrs.Z gonna decompose 73 into 70 and 3. Okay, 73. And now down, vertically, I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to do 10. Okay, if I need to tell you, if you do the ones first, then tens or hundreds, then your calculation, if you add the horizontal way to, it will match with your standard algorithm. That's good to know in case you don't know standard algorithm and you need to find unknown numbers. So then you can do area model, and then you can connect that with the standard algorithm and find missing numbers. So now you have 2 times 70. I'm going to show you how that looks like. 2 times 70. I need only to know what is 2 times 7 is 14, and I add a 0. Okay. This is 2, so is this one. So it will be 2 times 3. So I'm going to make a little 2 here. 2 times 3 is 6. And then together here is 146. Okay. Now I'm going to add 10. This is 10. So this one is 70 because that's the line that is congruent to the bottom line. So it is like 70 times 10. 1 times 7 is 7. I add 2 zeros. That's it. Okay, this one is 10, so is this here. So this line is 3, so is this one. So that is 10 times 3. So 10 times 3 is 30. Or 1 times 3 is 3, add 1 0. So now this is 730. So I'm going to write 730, and I'm going to add those together. All right. So 6 plus 6, 0 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. 876. So now I know that this product is 876, but I needed to multiply by 100. So final answer is that same number, 876, and add 2 more zeros from the 100. So now we know that is how much more is 87,600 minutes is more. So this one here is 87,600 more. So now I needed to write, remember we did reading, we did drawing, and now we are answering questions. How many more minutes does Bradley practice the guitar than Jonas over the course of 2 years? I only have a room right here, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use the language from the questions over the course of 2 years. Bradley practiced the guitar 87,600 minutes more than Jonas. And that is final answer for this problem. I hope that made sense to you. I don't have room to show you that my answer is correct, because it will match even if I did multiply 180 minutes times 730, and then from that product I subtract how many Jonas did. So like then I will find what is difference in between, which is how many more minutes Bradley did than Jonas. Okay, guys, there is always another solution. So I like if you can, you have your own ideas and you use your own work. All right, I'm gonna make it smaller so it's just like, so that's the, if I can see the whole part, whole thing. No, it's kind of hard to do, so let's put everything that way. All right, now you can see all. Okay. This was Mrs. Z. It was word problem. It was grade 5, mission 2, lesson 2. Okay, stay safe, be happy. Bye.